Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel BMB's vs Gossip 24. Luna escapes from prison and takes her infant child. Luna, they took you from me, but I'll get you back. Mommy's coming, sweetheart. Suddenly, a metallic scrape. The door lock turns. Luna snaps up a shadowed figure. Slips inside, dressed in blackface, hidden Luna. Who?
Who are you?
Dominic? I told you I'd come back ready to finish what we started. Luna's breath catches. It's Dominic, the mysterious man who helped her once before. Luna, I thought you disappeared.
Dominic.
I don't disappear. I wait for the right time. And this time we are not stopping until you are free and reunited with your baby Luna. You know where she is? Dominic? I do. The baby's been moved. Protective custody, hospital ward under state supervision. But I can get you and Luna. Then let's go. Tonight. Dominic tosses her a bundle of clothes, black hoodie, jeans, gloves. Dominic, put these on. We have 20 minutes before shift change. Luna's shaking hands clutch the clothes resolve, hardening behind her teeth. Extension Lake County Women's Prison Service. Exit night. 2 guards smoke behind the dumpsters, laughing about a football game. They don't notice the shadowy figures slipping through the maintenance gate. Luna and Dominic. A van idles nearby. Headlights off. Dominic opens the side door. Dominic, get in. And once we're out of sight. No hesitation. You'll have to act fast. Luna climbs in, her jaw tightens. Luna, I've waited long enough. The van disappears into the night. The next day, the Forrester offices buzz with chaos. News alerts flash on phones. Rich Forrester bounces into the design room, face tight with worry. Rich, tell me this isn't true. Luna, no, we escaped prison last night. Hope reading from her tablet. It's all over the news.
Rich.
They said she had help, a professional job. She vanished without a trace. Steffi, she's dangerous. She's obsessed with that baby. If she's out there, she'll go after her.
Hope.
You really think she'd do that, Steffi? I know she would. You didn't see her in that courtroom. She wasn't broken. She was waiting. Rich, someone helped her, and I'll bet it wasn't random. Security guards patrol the quiet halls inside a softly lit room. A tiny newborn girl lies sleeping in a cradle. The name tag reads Baby No. A nurse checks the chart, yawns, and exits. Moments later, a shadow crosses the window. The lock clicks open. Luna steps in, her face floods with emotion as she sees her baby.
Luna.
Hi, my little girl, mommy's here. She gently lifts the baby, rocking her close. Luna, they said I wasn't fit to raise you, that I'd ruined everything, but they don't know us.
Do they?
They don't know what we've survived. Behind her. Dominic peers down the hall. Dominic, we've got 3 minutes before someone checks this wing.
Luna.
I can't just leave without suddenly an alarm.
Blaze.
Dominic, curses Dominic. Someone tripped the motion sensor.
Move.
Luna cradles the baby and runs. Red lights, flashes, sirens, wail in the distance. Dominic and Luna dart between cars. She clutches her daughter against her chest. Panic and feast love in every breath. Luna, she's shaking. She's cold.
Dominic.
Get her in the car. We'll warm her up on the way. They jump into a black sedan. Dominic slams the door and hits the gas as they speed away. Hospital guards pour into the parking lot shouting. Katie Logan sits at her kitchen table scrolling through the news. She nearly drops her phone when the headline flashes breaking. Luna Noah escapes prison. Kidnaps her newborn daughter, Katie. Oh my God. Bill Spencer enters holding coffee. Oblivious.
Bill.
What's wrong, Katie? Turning screen to him. This Bill she took. The baby. Bill freezes his face, draining of color.
Bill.
What do you mean? She took the baby, Katie? She broke out last night. She's on the run with that man who helped her before. Bill, rage boiling. That child's in danger, and so is Luna. If she's desperate enough to do this, she's not thinking straight. Katie grabs his arm. Katie, you still care about her,
Don't you?
Bill looks away, silent.
Katie.
You always did.
Bill.
I care about that baby, and I won't let this end in tragedy. He grabs his phone. Bill to phone. Justin, it's Bill. Get my jet ready. I want eyes on every road out of LA. Luna's not vanishing again. In safe house night, the baby sleeps in a blanket on the couch. Luna watches over her, humming softly. Dominic stands near the window, scanning the empty road outside. Dominic, you shouldn't have hesitated in that hospital. We almost didn't make it. Luna, I wasn't leaving her behind. Again, you don't understand, they were going to give her away, Dominic, to them. Dominic, the Spencers, Luna, Katie, and Bill, they wanted custody. They said I wasn't fit that prison. Mothers don't get second chances. Dominic studies her, his tone softening. Dominic, you love that baby enough to burn the world down, don't you, Luna, if that's what it takes to keep her safe?
Yes.
In Forest Mansion Day, Steffi, Finn, Rich, and Lee gather as a police update. He's on the TV. Authorities continue searching for escaped inmate Luna.
No.
Who abducted her newborn daughter from University Hospital early this morning. Ally, she's gone too far this time. That baby could be in danger. Finn, mom, she's not a monster. She's scared. Ally, she's unstable. Finn, that child needs medical care, formula protection. Finn, she needs her mother. Steffi slams her hand on the table. Steffi, and that mother kidnapped her own baby. I can't believe you're defending this. Finn, because I've seen what happens when people give up on someone too soon. Steffi, glass. Steffi, don't you dare make her your project, Finn.
Not this time.
The tension is thick. Rich breaks it. Rich, I'll call Baker. If Luna reaches out, we'll know rain pelts the roof. Luna rocks. The baby whispering a lullaby. Dominic watches her, then pulls out his phone.
Dominic.
Yeah, she's got the baby. She's calm for now. A pause. Dominic, don't worry. I'll bring them in when the time's right. He hangs up, conflicted. Luna. Who was that?
Dominic.
No one, just a friend. Making sure we off the radar, but his eyes betray guilt. Luna's gaze narrows. Luna, if you betray me, Dominic, you think I'd survive it? They share a long, tense look. Two fugitives bound by lies in Bill's office night. Bill stands before the city skyline, phone pressed to his ear. Bill, you find that baby, Baker, I don't care what it takes. Luna's desperate. She'll do something reckless. We are working every lead. She can't hide forever. Bill hangs up, staring out at the night. Bill, don't make me lose you too. Luna. A helicopter hums faintly in the distance inside. Luna wakes to a strange silence. No baby crying. No Dominic. Her heart stops. Luna, no, 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 no. She rushes to the couch. The blanket is empty. The baby is gone. She runs to the door. It's ajar outside. Tire marks in the mud lead into the trees. Luna. Dominic has scream echoes through the hills in unmarked van. Moving day. Dominic drives fast. Baby carrier in the back seat. His phone rings. Bill, you did the right thing. Bring her to me. Both of them will be safe. Once Luna's back in custody, Dominic glances at the RA view mirror. Guilt flickering in his eyes. Dominic, she'll never forgive me. Bill, you weren't hired for forgiveness. Dominic grips the wheel tighter. Extension Forest Road.
Stay.
Luna races down the muddy road, soaked in rain, desperation in every step. Her voice cracks as she shouts into the storm. Luna, I'll find you. Do you hear me? I'll find my baby. Lightning flashes. Her silhouette stands defined against the dark sky. Luna sat on the edge of her narrow cot, clutching a worn piece of paper. It was the only thing that kept her sane. A letter from her mother, Poppy, promising that she wouldn't stop fighting for her freedom. But deep down, Luna had stopped believing in promises. Everyone had toned their backs. Even Finn, her cousin, who'd once defended her, had gone quiet. I'm not a monster, Luna whispered to herself, tears glistening in her eyes. I just made one mistake. The metallic clang of a door jolted her from her thoughts. Footsteps echoed down the corridor. Heavy, purposeful, a guard appeared, his flashlight slicing through the dim light. Nozawa,
he barked.
You've got a visitor. Luna frowned. A visitor? At this hour? The guard shrugged. That's what the paperwork says. Names doesn't say. Her stomach flooded uneasily as she stood.
Who would come see her now?
Everyone she knew was done with her. The room was cold, impersonal, a line of tables and chairs separated by plexiglass. A single camera blinked red from the ceiling corner. Luna took her seat, chains rattling softly as she rested her hands on the table. A door opened on the other side, and a man stepped through. Tall, broad-shouldered, dressed in a dark suit that looked far too expensive for this place. His face was shadowed beneath the brim of his hat. He sat opposite her. His movements slow and deliberate. For a long moment, neither spoke. Finally, Luna found her voice.
Who are you?
The man smiled faintly, a hint of charm mixed with danger. Let's just say a friend of your mother's, Luna blinked. My mother Poppy sent you. Not exactly. He leaned closer, lowering his voice. I knew your father. Luna froze. Her heart stuttered. My father. The man's eyes gleamed.
Yes.
Bill Spencer. Her world tilted. Bill. He chuckled softly. Relax. I'm not here on his orders, but I owe him, and by extension I owe you. Offer. Luna's voice trembled. If you owe him, then tell him to help me. He could. The man raised a hand. Bill Spencer's hands are tied. Too much press, too much risk, but me. He leaned closer, lowering his tone until it was barely a whisper.
I don't answer to the law.
Luna frowned. What do you mean? I mean, he said, his voice smooth as silk. I can get you out of here. Her eyes widened. You can't just say that. There's security guards, cameras. He tilted his head, a faint smile ghosting over his lips. You'd be surprised what money and favors can buy in this city. Her heart raced. It sounded impossible, but then again, everything about this man felt unreal. Why, she whispered. Why would you help me? Because he said simply, I don't believe you belong here. Because I need something in return. The deal. Luna's pulse pounded in her ears. What do you want from me? The man leaned back, watching her with calculated calm. When you're free, I'll contact you. You'll owe me a favor. Nothing criminal. Just something that will balance the scales. Luna hesitated. It sounded too good or too dangerous.
And if I say no?
He smirked. Then you stay right where you are, forgotten, alone. She looked down at her chained hands, then up at him. What's your name? He hesitated just long enough to make her uneasy. Call me Dominic. He said. Dominic. The name carried weight, as if it belonged to someone who moved between worlds, both light and shadow. He stood, buttoning his jacket. Think about it, Luna. Tomorrow night, lights out. You'll have one chance. Be ready. With that, he turned and walked away, leaving her, staring after him, her heart hammering. Luna lay awake, staring at the ceiling. The words replayed over and over. I'll bring you out of jail. Could she trust him? Could she risk it? Part of her screamed no, that this was madness, that she'd end up worse off. But another part whispered that this was her only chance, her freedom, her redemption. She turned to the small photo of her and Poppy taped to the wall. Mom, I'm coming home, she whispered. The prison was silent. The clock ticked past midnight in her cell. Luna sat upright, heart pounding. Every creak of the building made her flinch. Then the sound of footsteps, not the rhythmic stump of a guard's patrol, but softer. Intentional. Her door clicked. Luna froze slowly. The lock turned once, twice, and then the door opened. Dominic stood there, dressed in black from head to toe. A guard's key card dangling from his hand, ready to go. He asked quietly. Luna's voice shook. You actually came. I don't make promises I can't keep. He handed her a dark hoodie and a baseball cap.
Put these on.
Stay behind me.
Don't speak.
Her heart raced as she obeyed, slipping into the disguise. They moved quickly down the narrow corridor, past sleeping inmates, through a side exit that led into the maintenance tunnel. Every second felt like an eternity. Finally, they reached a rusted door at the end of the tunnel. Dominic punched a code into a hidden keypad. The door, his open cold night air hit her face. Freedom. For the first time in months, Luna felt alive. Extension. Industrial alleyway night. Dominic led her to a black SUV, parked in the shadows.
Get in,
he said. Luna hesitated. Where are we going? Somewhere safe. As they drove through the city, she stared out the window, the bright lights of LA flashing past. It felt like a dream, too fragile to be real. Finally, she turned to him. You risked everything to get me out. Why? Dominic's eyes stayed on the road. Because your story isn't over yet, and because someone powerful wants you to stay alive. Luna frowned. Who? He smiled slightly. Let's just say you have friends you don't even know exist. They arrived at a secluded house on the outskirts of town. Dominic opened the door, gesturing her inside. It was sparsely furnished, but warm, with a small kitchen and a couch. You'll stay here, he said. For now, no phones, no internet. The fewer people know, the better. Luna nodded slowly. And then what? He met her gaze. Then we decide who you want to be the victim. Everyone. Pities or the woman who takes back her life. Her heart pounded. I want to take it back. He smiled. Approvingly. Good. Then rest. Tomorrow your rail story begins. The following morning, the Forrester office buzzed with breaking news. Hope rushed into the design room, phone in hand. You guys, you are not going to believe this. Luna Noah escaped from prison last night. Steffi froze. Mid-step. What? Rich frowned. How's that possible?
She was under federal watch.
Hope shook her head. They don't know. The guards say she just vanished. Steffi's jaw tightened. Then whoever helped her knew exactly what they were doing. Poppy's apartment. Same time. Poppy sat on the couch, frozen, as she watched the breaking news report. Inmate Luna Awa escaped custody sometime after midnight. Authorities have launched a citywide search. Her hand trembled around the remote. Luna, she whispered, tears filling her eyes. Was her daughter in danger again? Or had she found a way to save herself? Poppy didn't know, but one thing was certain: she would find her no matter what it took. Luna awoke to sunlight streaming through the blinds. Dominic sat across from her, sipping coffee. He looked oddly calm, as if breaking someone out of prison was a routine chore. Sleep well? He asked. She nodded slowly, as well as someone who just became a fugitive. He smirked. You'll get used to it. Her expression darkened. This isn't over, is it? No, he said, it's just beginning. You've got people to confront, truths to uncover, and a life to reclaim. Luna exhaled, resolve hardening in her eyes. Then let's start, she said. Dominic smiled, the kind of smile that promised both salvation and danger. I knew I liked you, he said. Welcome back to the real world, Luna.
No.
Will Spencer freaks out at the mansion? Will Spencer freaks out to Bill Spencer and Katie Logan. The young man is worried about Elektra bailing on him. Katie says she's sticking around now, so there's no reason to worry. However, Will says that he just can't lose Elektra over Luna's trickery. Bill takes responsibility, but Katie blames Lee. John Finnegan versus Lee Finnegan. Lee is at the hospital working in her office. Finn enters, and Lee instantly braces herself. The younger doctor tells his mother, Luna is alive because of you. Read this. Find out what happened on the last episode of B&B. Lee tries to explain she was trying to help Poppy barges in, and says Finn summoned her there. Finn says that Luna is alive. Poppy thinks he's joking, but the doctor saw Luna himself. It's true. Lee lied about Luna dying and gave her a second chance. Poppy is horrified and repulsed that her daughter is alive. Poppy bashes Lee, and then demands to know where Luna is. Finn says she's back in prison. The mother smiles because that's where Luna belongs. There's more though. Finn says they are going to be grandparents. Poppy assumes Luna had a fling. Finn says that the baby belongs to Will. Want more of the bold and the beautiful? Get updates on the latest news about the bold and the beautiful straight to your inbox. Deke Sharp and Elektra Forrester bond at Forrester Creations. Deke runs into Elektra, so he introduces himself. Deke explains that Hope, Logan Onika Noel, is busy going through designer portfolios. Deke mentions he just finished design school. Ekra asks if he's going to ask Hope for a job. However, he explains that he wants to prove his worth. Deke gushes about Ares jewelry designs. Deke then tells her a secret that he slipped his portfolio into the stack of applications. Later Will rushes in and asks Ekra how he really feels about Luna's pregnancy.